published 1733 Eastern Daylight Saving Time, the 5th of May 2018, updated 1846 Eastern Daylight Saving Time, the 5th of May 2018. The sight of Joe Root and Alastair Cook both falling for pre-lunch ducks at Chelmsford on Friday presumably sharpened the focus of Ed Smith, the new national selector. Batting in England in May can, of course, be a fraught business. And both men made at least a few runs in the second innings, Root 35 and Cook 26, but at a time when the Test team are fighting for the credibility. The failure of the two top-order bankers felt like a bad joke at the wrong time. New national selector Ed Smith will hope Joe Root and Alastair Cook can find some form. The openers, with Alastair Cook surely nearing the end of his career, the onus will be on Mark Stoneman to turn his starts into hundreds. There are high hopes for Middle's Nick Gubbins, while England still hope Lancashire's Haseeb Hameed returns to form. The spinner Mean Ali had a shocking Test winter with bat and ball, which gave Somerset's slow left-armer Jack Leach a chance in Christchurch. He bowled creditably, but a deeper batting lineup. On what basis has he earned a recall, though? The seamers Jimmy Anderson and Stuart Broad are nailed on for the new ball, and Ben Stokes as fourth seamer, at least until his court case in August. Chris Woakes was dropped in Christchurch, but is a different bowler at home, and gives the batting formidable depth. Mark Wood and Jamie Overton are also in the mix. A squad for the first Test against Pakistan is set to be named on May 15, and Smith needs all the reassurance he can get. The scenario he has inherited is distinctly topsy-turvy in a country where the Test match has always been the holy grail, and one-day cricket more like a plastic pint pot. While Root's Test team are re-emerging from a winter in which the winless streak in overseas matches extended to a record 13, Owen Morgan's 50-over side recently went top of the ICC rankings. For them, the 2019 World Cup cannot start quickly enough. This role reversal lends the two-Test series against the Pakistanis, starting at Lord's on May 24, a significance usually reserved for the summer's second visitors, India. The truth is that both sets of tourists will fancy their chances of carving out small slices of history. Pakistan have not won a Test series in England since 1996, India since 2007. Smith's immediate problem will not be the one that faced his predecessor, James Whittaker, whenever England went abroad, namely, how to take 20 wickets, a feat they achieved only twice in those 13 overseas tests in Bangladesh, India, Australia and New Zealand. At home, Jimmy Anderson and Stuart Broad, with 941 Test wickets between them, ought to be as potent as ever, while Chris Woakes, who averages 24 in England but 61 abroad, could slot back in after being dropped for the final Test of the winter at Christchurch. Jimmy Anderson and Stuart Broad will lead the bowling attack against Pakistan and India. The question is whether England's creaking batting lineup will hold firm against the likes of Mohammad Amir and Bhuvaneshwar Kumar. The problem is not simply a lack of pedigree. Mark Stoneman and Dawood Malan average 30, and James Vince just 25, but a lack of ready-made options. Surrey wicketkeeper Ben Foulkes, who has started this bowler-friendly season with scores of 46, 81, 34, 57 and 72, looks a plausible option, even as a specialist batsman. And good judges speak highly of Worcestershire's Joe Clarke, who has 9 first-class hundreds before the age of 22, but there are hardly hordes banging irresistibly at the door. The marginalisation of the county championship has meant more matches in April, and thus more of a lottery for the batsman. Yorkshire's demise for 50 at Chelmsford, followed by ES's 142, was just the latest nightmare. The fixture list exacerbates the frailties. It is as if English cricket is deliberately looking for ways to scupper the Test team. Many feel the decision by Surrey to sign India captain Virat Kohli for a handful of matches next month so he can acclimatise for 5 Tests against England is another classic of the genre. Kohli's fortunes could decide the series. India's cause will be helped by Virat Kohli playing for Surrey before the Test series in England, and thus the furore over the 100, the ECB's proposed new tournament in 2020, and another indication that future priorities lie with the white ball, not the red. Yet red ball soccer is what English fans crave after the defeats in Australia and New Zealand. And so does Trevor Bayliss, the coach. If Bayliss deserves bouquets for his transformation of a one-day team who have won 9 of the past 10 bilateral series, his Test credentials have earned brickbats. England have won only 15 tests out of 40 under him, and lost 19, dismal for one of the best-resourced teams. Peter Moores, axed twice as coach, had 10 wins in 29 tests and only 8 defeats, though Bayliss can point to an Ashes success plus a win in South Africa. But if the test team come a cropper this summer, there will be louder cries to split the coaching role, allowing Bayliss to focus on steering England to the first 50-over World Cup. His deputy, Paul Farbrace, might then be well placed to take on the test job. The demise of England's test fortunes slipped down the news list as soon as Australia's cricketers were caught tampering with the ball in Cape Town. For a while, the plight provided light relief. But the fun and games are over. If England are to avoid accusations that Test cricket is no longer the format they cherish most, nothing less than a convincing win over Pakistan will do.